Okay, welcome back, guys. So, currently in our web browser, we are able to view our student list. So this is fetching all the students in the database, but it's only showing a few fields, maybe surname, given name, gender, and date of birth. It's because we do not want to overcrowd this view. But if we want to see all the fields of the student, then we should find a way of just fetching that particular student. So we're going to add a column here that will enable us to fetch all the details of that student. So first, let's go to VS Code. So we're going to add an extra column. So let's add a heading th, and that column is going to have action, since it's going to store a button or a link that will execute a certain action. And then we're also going to populate it. So we're going to put here a td. So that is, we're going to include a link. So a link would be that, and then we would call that link view. So let's switch over quickly, and okay, we have action. So it's not viewing because this needs to be indented under here. So let's refresh that. Yes, so we have our view action, but currently it is just static. But we want this view to invoke a route that has the individual student ID. So we are going to use the backtick character, which will help us. Okay, it's over here and over there. So inside there, we're going to say that the route we're invoking is /student/ then we feed in the ID. Is this a curly brace or okay? It's a curly brace. So we feed in the student dot underscore ID. So this is a field which is saved in our database. So when we head over here and we refresh and click on any of this, so as you can see, it's trying to get a single student of a given ID. So we need to set up this route. So this is going to be a param route. So let's come over here in our VS Code. We reduce this a bit. Okay, let's come to user. Okay, so we need to add a route for fetching a single student. Let me add it here. So route to get single student. So we are going to use our router dot get then we are going to put the endpoint in quotes, which is /student, then slash. So the second slash here is going to receive the parameter. So we shall use the full colon, and then the parameter name that we want to use is ID. And then we put our callback res rec res rec res. Okay, then our fat arrow. Okay, something is not looking right here, but okay, fat arrow is coming over here. Then we open it up, and then we close the entire route. So why is this not looking fine? We need the comma here, because the callback is a second parameter. So at this point, we want to create a variable async await, since it's going to fetch async. Then we need a try catch. So we create a constant const. We call it a single student. Let's call it learner. Let's just for switch of words here. Const learner is equal to await. Then we are fetching that learner from the user model, and we want to find by ID. So this receives it should receive what? A parameter. So ours is rec. It's a parameter rec dot params dot underscore I. Should we use this ID in the router? Okay. So this is the ID that we declared over here. Then it should, for starters, let's try to console log this on the, just to make sure that we are receiving the information. So we console log the learner. The learner. It's not bringing it up automatically. Okay, this will be, if we put it in quotes, it will just bring up the text. Okay, let's put this console.log learner. So for example, let's test. Okay, let's also put some error statements. So also here, let's console something in case it doesn't work out. Log, then unable to find learner. Unable to find learner. So let's use this. So let's refresh this list. So let's click on the first one. So ideally in VS Code, it should show the details of this learner, which is happening. So right now, instead of sending these details on the console, as my colleague always says, it's useless for this information to live in the console log. Let's send this information over to a pag file, which is going to render the details of a single student. So let's create that pag file. Okay, for starters, let's, since we're not yet using extends, we're going to have to copy from here. Then we copy that, and then in our views folder, we create a new file, and we call it learner.pag. And then we paste all that we have copied over there. So now we're going to use a set of labels, just to make this a bit quick. So the label that has the name of the field will have an H3. So let's call this H3. Can the label go here? Okay, static text. Okay. Okay, H3, then put a name. Then over here, we have to display the name. That name is going to be in a label, because we're going to receive it. Oh, we can just place it there. We're going to use the hash. Okay, so here let's put the learner's name from the database. So that was that is student. We need to send that. Okay, at this point, let's take a quick commercial break.